Hi everyone, welcome to the Sun City Stitchers channel. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene, and this is Flosstube number 54.
We are coming to you from the patio, my patio at my house. We're at my house today. We're going to grill and have dinner together.
Yes.
So we're excited.
Yes, and we're going to have after we're done with our Flosstube, we're going to spend the afternoon stitching, and so we're going to have a really nice afternoon.
Relaxing
Yes.
afternoon. Maybe have a glass of wine on the
Yes.
patio while the
Yes.
grill starts. We hope you all have had a wonderful week. We are looking forward to the long weekend. Even Marlene gets a long weekend.
Yes, I know. I'm very excited. I got today off because my 2 students that I was supposed to have ended up not being able to come, and then my 3 that I was supposed to have on Monday, they all wanted to take the day off. So I actually get a 4-day weekend. So yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten a long weekend.
If you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back and watching us. Marlene and I love to stitch. We do a lot of stitching. Marlene never thinks she has enough time to stitch. No. She's always complaining she doesn't get to stitch. Even last weekend, she had the whole weekend to stitch, and she still said, I never get to stitch. It's like, how much would be enough? How much time would be enough stitching
24
time?
hours a day.
Every day.
Every day.
So,
and no interruptions.
So we love to stitch, and we
Yes.
appreciate those of you who come back and watch us each week. And comment, leave us comments. We love to read your comments. We love to hear about what you're doing. I know last week somebody commented that they were also planting flowers with their husband, and I was very disgruntled because last week I said I was going to plant on Saturday, and I got up Saturday and it was not sunny.
No,
and it was kind of windy and
it wasn't very warm.
Cold. It's relative.
Yeah.
To me, it was just not a nice day for planting, so I had to wait. I did it Sunday, and it was very nice. And then I kind of regretted not doing it Saturday when it was cooler, because then it was like, no, it's hot. So yeah. Anyway, but I did get my flowers planted. My husband and I worked on that on Sunday afternoon. And I got my vegetable garden planted.
And
it's just like a raised bed.
ready?
I got, well, sort of cleaned. It could still use some more sweeping and stuff. But
oh, well, yeah.
yeah,
but, I mean,
that's never done. So anyway, so that was good.
That was good.
And Marlene stitched all weekend.
I did stitch all weekend.
So
and then Monday I had an eye appointment.
Oh yeah.
So I've been complaining about my vision again, and but when I went to the eye doctor, they said that sometimes after you've had cataract surgery, a little haze builds up in back of the lens, and so they're gonna do a little procedure, but I'm not gonna have that done until July, it's a little laser procedure that they go in and break up the haze, and he said hopefully that will help my vision improve. So I'm hoping, because right now I don't feel comfortable driving again, so Cardinal has to come and chauffeur me around. I try not to be too bothersome, but
well, it is what it is.
I know, yeah. Anyway,
and so, but we did have a productive week as far as stitching. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna show you what we've been working on for Stitch Mania. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our June stitching plans. We have a bunch of plans.
Yeah.
We always bite off more than we can chew.
Yeah.
And so we'll share that with you. And then we're going to talk a little bit about some options for our birthday start, which is coming up in June.
Yes.
We're trying not to think about it. I'm excited for June, but then Marlene and I are starting a new decade with our birthday, so I don't know if we're so excited about that. But
no, not yet.
Oh well, you're only as old as you feel.
Yes,
so
that's true.
We're gonna just stay young.
And sometimes I feel younger than I am, and sometimes I feel older than I am. Just depending on the day.
way it goes. I had some fully finishes this week,
Yes,
so
you
we're gonna
did.
jump into that. I had just finished stitching this one, and I fully finished it.
That one's so
This
cute.
was a Faithwurks design. We got it at last year's spring getaway.
2022.
And this piece was a piece from the Hobby Lobby, holiday section. And we just took out, if there was a jute twine here, so we just took the jute twine out and put in the little purple ribbon. And then this was just a fabric piece where our stitch piece got mounted onto it. So it was a very easy, quick finish. But I did get that one fully finished. And then I finished stitching my February sheep spool, Be Mine. It was very solid stitching. It took me forever to fill in this pink. So it was banding that we stitched on a 28 count white banding. And again, this was Faithwurks design. She had a little bit of back stitching, just these hearts. And I used Anchor Floss and then Weeks Dye Works pink background. I don't remember the name of the pink. But anyway, very cute. I don't know if she has any of these left. Then all I did was glue the banding on. There was no twisted cord onto the spool, which was already painted red. And then glued my little sheep on top. And then the little sheep for February has a pretty little heart locket that she's wearing. So she just got that tied on around her. So I am all caught up with my sheep spools.
Good.
So what about you, Marlene?
Oh, I finished, I didn't have any fully finishes, but I did have one finish. I finished Sting Like a Bee. Can you help me get it?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So I finished that. I just finished that this morning. I just had a couple of petals and some little centers left to put in.
This was a heartstring samplery design. It was the collaboration piece with Plum Street Samplers.
Yes, and it was the market release, and it's the one we're doing as our stitch-along.
And you stitched it on?
Vintage Country Mocha, 40 count, Vintage Country Mocha. I stitched it on the mottled side, and I used the DMC floss, 1 strand over 2.
And it was the called for DMC floss.
Called for threads.
Isn't that just beautiful?
It's really pretty. It was really fun.
It is a very pretty design.
It was really, really fun.
I also had one finished stitching one, and it was the JBW Design Bluebirds of Happiness. I finished this one this morning as well. So this one is all done.
So pretty.
I did change on the bottom. Instead of putting my initials, I put stitched in memory, and then our mother's initials and her birth year, which was 1930. So I did that. This was done on 40 count Atomic Ranch Freeze. 1 strand of the called for floss, which was Classic Color Works, Weeks Dye Works, and a couple of Anchor. And
it was 1 strand over 2.
1 strand, right. 1 strand of floss over 2 fabric threads. So that is a finish. This one, I want a very simple frame, a vintagey looking. I looked to see if any of the ones, our sister Linda had bought 2 boxes of frames, and Marlene and I went through and looked through the ones and kept some that had some potential, but none of them are going to work for this. I'm going to need to look for something else.
And this is my progress on the Bluebirds of Happiness. I'm coming along really well. I'm hoping to get it done by the end of May.
It's very pretty.
So, yes.
Now you stitched yours?
Yes, I'm using petal, 32 count petal, and the same
By Picture
threads.
This Plus.
Yes, and but the same threads.
And you also are doing 1 strand of floss?
1 strand of floss over 2.
So this is 32 count. So it's slightly larger, but she's still able to get that really soft look with just using 1 strand of
And I
floss.
really like the fabric. I think
Yes.
the colors look really pretty on
The
it.
fabric is pretty.
Yeah, I really like it. So, anyway.
Okay. Then we worked on Stitch-MAYnia. So what did you do for Stitch
Okay, well, I have
Mania?
one that I have to show from last week because I left it at my house.
Oh,
I forgot
that's
to bring it.
right.
So this was one that I worked on last week. This was a Mill Hill kit, school days. And this was one that I acquired from my mom's stash. And so I have the little school bus put in. I have to
how
put
cute
some
is
beads.
that?
Yeah, I have to put
This
some
would
beads
be
in
a
it.
really cute little small to go on a tier tray or whatever for back to
yeah,
school.
it's so cute. I like it.
Now, did
So
it come
adorable.
with perforated paper and you changed it?
Yes, I changed
So you
it
just
to-
put it on something you had in your stash.
The blue. It came with blue perforated paper, and I just switched it to more of a blue fabric.
That's really
So,
cute.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
I like it.
And do you know what fabric this is? Is it the graceful gray? It
could
looks
be.
like
Yeah,
32
it could
count
be.
graceful gray, the same that we're using for Poison Garden.
Yeah, it does look like that. It could
Uh-huh.
be. And I'm using, oh, did I?
Oh.
Oh, no. And I'm using, I think it came with the threads, and I think they were DMC.
Most likely. One of the projects I worked on for my Stitch Mania, this poor pattern is getting kind of worn out, was, I called it Whitman Sampler Smalls, but it's called Christmas Treasures.
Oh,
And Christmas Treasures. And I'm working on the
little top.
it's the little needle book,
Oh,
I
needle
believe.
book.
It's
Okay.
this one. And so I'm all done with the stitching. I'm just back stitching. I have to back stitch it, and then it has the finishing directions. This is with the called for anchor floss. It called for DMC. I converted it to anchor floss. And it's done on the French Country Golden Needle, I believe is the name of this fabric.
Do you know what
Will you
count?
hold this up?
Do you remember what
I'll
count
tell
it
you
is?
exactly what it is. It is on 32 count Country French Golden Needle. And I really love this fabric,
Yeah,
and I
that's
love
really
the
pretty.
color. Really pretty.
That's really pretty.
And it did call for DMC, but I converted it to anchor floss.
That's very pretty.
And then I have all
Oh,
the...
there goes my pattern in here. Of course, now it'll be the
Of course. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not going down.
Okay. Okay, then the next one I worked on
Okay,
was,
I'm gonna grab my stuff.
Okay.
And I'll get us little paper weights.
okay.
Go ahead.
Just pause it, okay. The next one I worked on was the Fox and Rabbit, Changing Seasons. This was a mystery project from 2022. And I worked on the summer block up here. That's what I'm working on. Right there. So, let me show
I
you
believe
that one.
this will be heavy enough to weight it
Okay.
down. I had little coasters here.
Okay. And so, do you want to? And then I can have the
Oh.
4. And then I wanted to show something else. Okay, so this is what I have done on it. This is so huge. Okay, so this is the part I worked on this week, right here. This
Okay, I'll hold this so that you can point.
this box right here, the purple.
Okay, and this is the summer block.
This is a summer block.
That purple
yes.
is really pretty.
Mhm. Okay, and then I wanted to show the spring one again. 'Cause I'm gonna- Okay, so I was using, I liked this pink, this brighter fuchsia pink here in these flowers. I thought it looked pretty when it was just a little bit, but that now that I started putting in that
In
bigger
here.
one, I'm not liking it.
And
So,
you just think it's too bright?
yes, it's too bright. I don't like it. So I was wondering, what do you think about doing this one instead? the 31.
That's pretty. That looks nice with those colors.
That's what I thought.
And there's kind of that
this
color
This
here.
is over dyed here, and then this would just be a solid.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to take it out and try it and see if I like it better.
Yeah.
You don't think that'll make it look too fallish, though?
No, I think that's spring.
A spring? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that because I'm not liking that pink there now. So, okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, and then I worked on the Stitcher's Pyramid, which was a Faithworks design. This was a camp project. So we got all of the supplies and then also the directions for finishing it like a pyramid. This is also going to go on my Red, White, and June. So I didn't get very much done because we started with the back stitching.
Yeah.
So that's what I got done. The center square and the first point. And then when we finish it, we join the back stitches together in order to make it into the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
So this was stitched on, if you want to just hold this up. Let me see if she's got here. Beautiful beige 28 count with anchor floss. All anchor floss.
Okay. Yes, I have to start mine. Mine is going on my June too. Okay. Okay, then another one I worked on for Stitch MAYnia this week was my Chatelaine Poison Garden.
So pretty.
And I worked on the rice stitches on the corners. Oh, it's the wrong way. Oh yeah, okay. So I worked right here in this corner.
Oh, down on the bottom.
Yes, right down here. I got the rice stitches done there. So then I have to come over here and finish and do the rice stitches in that corner. And then I'll go back to work on the Bella Tropa in that border.
This is done on 32 count graceful gray
Mm-hmm.
with some fancy floss, some anchor floss,
Some
treasure braids, and pearl silk lame.
Yes. So anyway, that's what I have done.
This is a very large project.
Yes.
The
It's very big.
Chatelaines almost all are.
Yes. Very big.
Yes. Okay. Then I worked on my Tempting Teas. This is by Tempting Tangles. And I'm doing it on 28 count fabric over one with one strand of floss, and I'm using the Dinky Dye Silks. And I worked on this name of the tea. I'm stitching it on 28 count Vintage Country Mocha, the mottled side.
You have a lot. You've gotten a lot done.
Now I have a lot more to do. It's very fun though. Every time I work on it, it's like, oh, I really love working on this. It's very fun. I like the colors.
It's really pretty.
So I worked on that.
And you're doing it over one?
Yes. 28 count over
Oh,
one.
28 count. Okay, then the last one I worked on this week was Nostalgia 8.
Is this the one you said you had trouble with?
Yes, the thread kept getting tangled. I don't know why, but
And didn't
in the
you
back.
say you had a mistake and you had to take it out?
Yes, I made a mistake, and so I had to take it all out, and then my thread kept getting a knot, so it took me forever to just do this one little row of stitches. I thought it was going to go really fast, and I was going to get to do something else. And I was supposed to work on this one on Monday, but I couldn't do it because I had to have my eyes dilated.
And
So,
you couldn't see it
yeah,
with
I
that. Oh, the
couldn't see
wind
it.
is really gusting.
Yes. So anyway, so I had to wait and do it on Tuesday, and so my week has just been rather
messed up. And then I also worked on a Mill Hill. This came as a kit as well. I did change the floss colors
Oh, to anchor.
to anchor.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
actually
so
doing mine
I'm
with
working
the
on the
DMC.
Mill Hill wine. I worked on the wine bottle. I had counted my stitches and I was like, okay, I'm all set. And then realized that the symbol that I counted was actually a bead.
Oh.
So I had to stop and go back and
Did you have
look
to,
at something else.
Did you?
No, I hadn't
hadn't
put any
started?
stitches
Oh,
in.
that's
Just
good.
what I counted
like
the symbol, and I know they're
These are
very
really cute.
pretty.
And again, these were supposed to be done on perforated paper, but we
Mhm.
switched them out to fabric.
And I don't know what it is that I'm stitching on. I looked for something. It's a scrap in my stash, and it was similar to the color of
Yeah.
of the
Perforated
perforated
paper.
paper, and so
We when we first started stitching and going out to the counted thread that Nancy Waller owned, she had us do some model stitches with those, and so she was the one that had us put them on the fabric. So that's why we switch them over to fabric now, because that's how she had us do it. So
And
that's
it
how
was-
we do it now.
it just gives it a different look
Yeah.
than the perforated paper.
I don't have any more.
Okay, I worked on this one.
Is this Hedgie's
Hedgie's Christmas. This was a
So cute.
Faithwurks design
It was released at camp last
at
year.
camp. It was one of her boutique projects. So I got that much of Hedgie done.
That was so fun.
I used this for a project, homework project too. It's stitched on 28 count Icelandic blue using anchor floss.
So cute.
So there's that one. And then I got to do a new start. I can't believe I didn't bring my big picture.
Oh,
This one, it's the Winter Cardinal Sampler. And I am stitching it on 36 count Highland. It's an Edinburgh linen. And I just started the alphabet.
oh, that's
I'm
pretty.
using, the pattern called for a wool floss,
Uh-huh.
and the only wool floss that I have in my stash is Impressions. So
Oh,
I am
so that's
stitching it
good.
with one strand, of course, one strand, because that's a very thick floss.
Yeah.
One strand of Impressions over 2 threads.
That's good. That will be really pretty with that.
I think it'll look wintry and
Yeah.
pretty.
Mhm.
And I really love the fabric. Look how
Yeah.
pretty the modeling is in
Yes,
this
that's
fabric.
really pretty.
So there's going to be a house.
No, it's
Well,
this
the house is here and then trees.
Is this a? Where did you get this pattern? Is it from?
I downloaded it. It's an
Oh.
Ardith design.
Oh, Ardith design.
Ardith
Okay.
design, and I could get it as a PDF.
Okay.
So I downloaded
I was
it.
thinking because I'm doing the Joyous Noel, and there was a cardinal in that one. I was thinking that was the one you were
Oh,
doing, but it's not.
no. I want to do that one too. And then the last one that I did yesterday was this one,
Oh, and
the
you have it in your
November.
Q-snap.
Yes, it's still in my Q-snap, and I probably will have to hold it up. Again, this
The
was
November?
a scrap of
This one.
fabric. So I don't know what it is. It was just in my stash. And this is what I did. I finished the word November and started working on the little pineapples, because all of the designs are pineapples.
Oh, how
little
cute.
pineapples. Yes, it was fun and easy.
Yeah.
So I got my 100 stitches
That's
in
good.
there. So that was
A Stitch
Stitch
Mania
Mania, and I'm going to be glad when Stitch Mania is done.
Yes, I am kind of going to be too, and I'm way behind. I have to catch up.
Okay, then I had a little bit of haul. I ordered from Lady Dot Creates the vintage Rickrack,
Oh, that's
and
pretty.
we're going to use this. Well, that's a royal weave. I am going to use this when I finish our float and sting.
Oh, okay.
We need to choose a fabric though for the backing,
Yeah.
because we both want them to be little pillows. So
Yes.
we need to choose the backing fabric for that. And then I ordered 3 designs from 123 Stitch. The first one was one that I had seen a long time ago, and I had tried to order it and it was out of stock. And I got a notice this week that it was in stock, and it said that they had limited quantities.
So you quick grabbed it.
So I quick grabbed it. It's a Bent Creek design. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with one step.
A single step.
With a single step. So that is my, I just love that saying. It's a Chinese proverb. And I loved it, and so I ordered that. And then in the cart, I had 2 other things. I had a Shannon Christine. This was a new market release, Morning Glory Manor. And I really love that. I think it's very pretty. So I got that. And then I also got Bluebird Sampler, which was a Shannon Christine. And if you want to hold that, Marlene, my idea for this, I want to stitch it on a fabric similar to what it's kind of pictured here. But I want to use, it only calls for, I think it's 4 shades of blue and some gold beads. And I want to use the same blues that I used in Bluebird of Happiness.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
And repeat those colors in this design, because I think they would be pretty hung together.
Yeah.
So I think I'll do this one on a large count. Maybe I have some antique white. And I think it might look pretty on the antique white. I have a 40 count antique white. And then just do it with the blues from Bluebird of Happiness.
Yeah, that would
So
be
that's
very
my
pretty.
idea. It's not on my stitching list yet. It's just
That's really
someday
pretty.
I'd like to do
And
that.
There's there are little bluebirds.
Yeah,
down
there's
here.
some little bluebirds. It's
That would
called
be
the
really
Bluebird of
pretty
Sampler.
together with the
There's
Bluebirds
one
of
here,
Happiness.
and then there's 2 little birds here, and then just the Quaker motifs that are really pretty, and then this pretty row of flowers.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
that
I
would
think
be
that would be
pretty.
really pretty. You really could do that design in any color.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you could.
it's charted for blues, and
yeah.
I thought, oh, that would just look really nice, I think.
I would like to do that one because I love blue.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was the haul, just a very little bit of haul.
Yes.
So then our June plans.
Yes. First, we're starting on New Lady of the Month, but first of all, I have to show you my bag. This is my bag for June.
This is my most favorite
Yes.
that I made.
This is my bag, stitched by Carlene. This is the bag.
I like the little pocket
Yes,
too.
and I like
the little pocket turned out really cute on the front.
And then the inside has this green.
Oh, just a pale green.
Yeah, pale green fabric. So pretty. I just love it. Okay, now let me get out my thing.
Okay. So this is the design we're going to do for June.
Yes,
Bella
Roma.
Roma. Isn't she pretty? She looks like she's just strolling
I'll show the
down
fabric since you have
the streets of London,
And the
of
streets of
Rome,
Rome.
streets of Rome.
And what is she? Is she carrying something?
She's
Flowers?
got yes, I think
A purse.
it's a it's a purse, but it looks like it has flowers
in it.
popping out. Maybe she's been shopping at the market or something.
Maybe. So, and this is the fabric we're going to use. This is 28 count Joblin Summer Sky.
Yes. So it's got some faint modeling.
Yeah. It's going to be really, really pretty for that project. The colors are going to show up really pretty. We haven't pulled our colors, but we're going to be using Anchor Floss.
So that will be our project. We'll show you the
Yes.
colors next week. We'll have a
Yes.
start on it next
Yes.
week. We're going to start this one
In
on
June.
the 1st,
Yes,
June the
June
1st. So it'll be Thursday that we start it.
And hopefully I'll have something, maybe Bluebirds of Happiness finished. I don't have any of my ladies finished yet.
I'm hoping to have one more done by the end of May.
You are.
We'll see. Okay, then in June, we also want to work on, we're going to do red, white, and June.
Yes.
And we'll show you the projects and kind of our plans for that. But first, we're going to show you, we have a bunch of projects, most of them started, that are honeybees, beehives, and so we are going to...
Mine aren't mostly started.
Oh, yours aren't started. Okay, well, I have some
Mine
that
are
are
mostly
started
not
and some
started.
that are... Okay, Marlene's are mostly not started. Well, we both have this one started.
Yeah, I have, that's Quilted Bees. Yes, I
Quilted Bees
started
by
on that
Long
one.
Dog Sampler. So this one is going to be a focus project. We're going to work on this one in June. I don't know if we'll
we have a
continue
lot of focus projects.
our 5x5 or not, or if we're just going to do...
I don't know, I need to come up with some kind of plan.
Yes. Okay, all right. And then tonight, even though it's not June yet, see, so you will have a started
Yeah.
project. So we're
Two
starting
started
it tonight.
projects.
So do you want to show them what
Yeah.
we're starting
We're
tonight?
going to start Honeybee Garden from Stitching with the Housewives.
And we're going to be using this fabric, which is Morning Fog. And I'm going to cough. Oh, I have a weird... By Bee Stitch Me. It's 28 count. And we have our classic colors.
No, I'm really tight.
So these are the colors.
So pretty. Let me hold up the fabric.
So it's going to be very pretty.
It's going to be really pretty.
So I can hardly wait. We're going to start that as soon as we get done here.
Yes.
So,
Just
Honeybee
a glass
Garden.
of wine, maybe.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yes, me too.
And then we're also going to be, well, another one that I have started that I'm going to be working on is this one, Queen Bee Bag by
yes.
Shepherd's Bush, with the, it's on this canvas bag that they call for, and I have this much done. It goes
yeah.
very fast.
Yeah.
So I want to get this one finished. This is going to be a morning stitch so that I can get it finished. And I'm using the called for pearl cottons. There's a couple of Weeks Dye Works pearl cottons. And then the rest are Anchor, or well, DMC, I think. I had them kitted.
And what did you say you wanted to put in that bag?
My Stitching with the Housewives, Roundabouts, and Dapper Doodads. These are also going to be June honey starts. So I'm going to do these two. This one as the Honeybee Boulevard, Dapper Doodad, and then that Roundabout.
Yes.
Busy Bee Honey.
And I'm going to do two also, but I haven't gotten mine yet.
And
but
then
I want to do the Hello Honey roundabout.
Yes, Hello Honey Roundabout for sure.
Yes.
I actually want to do all of them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get these. We dyed the fabric last week. We showed it to you all. And I'm going to get the threads pulled and kit it up because these are such small projects. We can take them when we travel.
Yeah.
Because we have our big trip to Alaska.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of car time. And even though we're going to be looking at the scenery, I can't see me sitting for 5 hours without something in my hand.
Yeah.
And I can stitch in the car. It should be fine.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
and
gonna
then
try to
I'm
do that
also
too.
going to do this one. I already have it started. My August Square Dance by Heart and Hand. And it's got beehives, so I want to just get it done. I have these two already finished, so if I can get this one done in June, then I'll be all caught up until fall.
Oh, that's good.
I'll have the October, November, December left.
Have you
and
started
then
that one or no?
August is started.
Oh, it is?
They're all started. All of them are started.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Well,
I
that's
just
good.
need to get going and get them done. And then this one, Sting Like a Bee, I want to do that one. I'm going to do this one just like Marlene did on
Yeah.
the 40 count Vintage Country Mocha on the mottled side of fabric. So this afternoon I'm going to cut our fabric because it's all the same floss that we used. The two projects use the same floss. So
Except
Float
that
Like a Butterfly,
Float Like a Butterfly had two more.
two additional colors.
Two additional colors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on Float Like a Butterfly in June too. But
Even
I'm
though
gonna-
it's not a bee,
even though it's not a bee, it's
it's
still
very
summer.
summery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Butterflies are summer, and then and I'm gonna do it like Carlene did on the 40 count vintage mocha, but I'm gonna do it on the non-mono side too.
I just think it looks really
I do
pretty.
too. I like the way that looks.
So those are our honeybee projects. And then for Red, White, and June, we have, I have one that's already started, which is Red, White, and Swine Farm. And so I'm going to continue to work on that. I think what I want to do is like do one project each week and then just stitch on it and see how much I can get done. And then the next week,
Work on another
work
one.
on a different Red, White,
That
and,
would be good.
and Red, White, and June project.
Yeah, that would be good.
So, what do you have some that are started?
Yes, I have this one, of course, the Sea to Shining Sea that I've been working on. And so I have the first two blocks done. Oh no. And the top border done and most of the bottom border done, and then I just have a little bit left to finish in some of the other boxes. So I'm hoping that if I worked on it, like you said, for a week, that I could get maybe it
Yeah,
finished.
that's a good Red, White, and June
Yeah,
design.
that's what I thought too.
It's very patriotic.
Uh-huh.
Sea to Shining Sea,
And
and
there's a flag
there's
in
a
it
flag in it.
on the East Coast. So anyway, that's the one that I have the most left to do on. I've only put the waves in.
And then I thought for traveling in the car and traveling, this one would be perfect. It's one of those little shepherd's bush kits that came with everything in it. So it has the fabric, the floss, and of course the pattern. And so it's called Long May She Wave. It's a needle roll. It's very patriotic. So even though I haven't started it, I'm going to throw this in my queen bee bag along with my honey, dapper doodad, and roundabouts, and take them as travel projects.
That would be good.
Mhm.
And then another one that I have started is my Lighthouse Summer Garden. So, and this one also has a flag, so I think it would be a good Red, White, and June.
Yes, the flag goes
Working.
on the flagpole here. You actually stitch them separate.
Separate, right?
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
so pretty.
Yeah. So anyway.
And it's all, I mean, it just looks red, white, and
Yeah.
blue and patriotic.
Yeah, I think so too. So
Then for the fourth week, then Marlene and I want to start on, go ahead, on the Stitching with the Housewives. We have not decided who's going to do which one.
No.
But we have God Bless America, which was their new design this year. It just came out, I think, the beginning of May. This, I believe, was last year, America the Beautiful. But they're both beautiful.
Yes.
And I would like them to go, I want to do both of them and hang them together for, you know, like from Memorial Day all the way through Labor Day, just so
Yeah.
that they could be up all summer.
yeah,
So
that
they're
would be good.
beautiful. They're
They
beautiful
are.
designs. So do you know which one you want to do? I love both of them. I'm going to stitch mine on the black fabric. And then Marlene will have to decide what you
Yeah.
want to do yours on.
Yeah. It'll need to be something a little bit lighter or else a bigger count. I think.
I think they'd be beautiful on a darker, well, like vintage country mocha. I
Yeah.
love vintage country mocha.
Yeah.
And I think they would be beautiful on that too. So anyway, so we have to decide
Yes.
who's going to do which one first, but we both have the pattern.
Yes.
And so we're going to pick which one we want to do. So that is for Red, White, and June, one for each week. What I'm planning to do is start mine on Sunday so that I can work Sunday through Saturday on one Red, White, and June design, and then the next Sunday start another one. And there's 4 Sundays. I'm going to do the stitching with the housewives the last week, I think, because I can go then on into July with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So like that.
would be good.
And then the last thing Marlene and I wanted to share, remember a couple of weeks ago we asked for ideas for, oh, and you know what? I forgot to download that. I'll pull it out.
Okay.
I have to go get that. We asked for ideas for new starts for birthday projects. And we want to do a new start since we're got a new decade. I think we deserve a new start on our birthday. We are going to be traveling, but we are going to be traveling, and we don't care. We're going to pull out something and have a new start. But we're going to have you guys help us pick. We've narrowed it down to 3 choices. And we need for you all to let us know what you think. You tell us which one you would start if you were us. I have to go grab a couple of things. Marlene, let me grab my phone.
Okay. Should I show the something else or?
Yeah, why don't you?
Okay. So I'm going to jump ahead and show you something that I'm excited to work on this week for Stitch Mania. And this is a new start for me. This is Mistletoe Kisses and, well, Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. And this is a Erica Michaels design. And I believe I'm stitching it on the called for fabric. I'm not sure if I'm using the called for threads. I forgot to check that when I pulled it out. But this is one. I just jumped ahead and did what I was excited to
Okay,
do
then I'll show mine.
for Stitch Mania. So anyway, so this is going to be my new start with the for Stitch Mania. This is one of the things I'm going to work on the last week of Stitch Mania.
And for mine, I'm looking forward to working on the brownstone house in the Home Sweet Home. So that is going to be one of my projects for this week for Stitch Mania. This was the Faithwurks design that was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine last year in 2022. And we're doing it all as one piece. And I'm going to be working on that one. So
That
I'm
one's so
super
pretty.
excited.
I really like
I
that one.
love that one.
That was really
Okay.
Okay, so now back to our birthday start.
Okay.
So we've each picked 3 projects that we want you to help us decide on. So what you'll do in the comments, you'll go ahead, we'll give you a number. This is number 1, number 2, number 3. You're going to pick one for me, and then Cardinal has 3 different projects. She's deciding on it, and you'll give her the number that you think she should start. Right?
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm
Okay.
trying to find the
Yes,
project,
I had one that I don't have yet.
and I am not finding it. Just a minute. Go ahead and show.
Okay, so this is one. Should I put a number on it now? Okay. So this is number 1. This is The Beaches Calling. This is another Erica Michaels design. Was this a new release?
For market.
This was a new market release. So that's one of my choices. That's number 1. Number 2 is also a market release. Cardinal thinks this might have been the Patreon.
It was,
Yes,
it was
last
from
year.
her Patreon group last year, I
And this
believe.
is by Teresa Kogut, Strawberry Manor. So this would be number 2. And then Carlene's pulling up my number 3.
Just a minute. Now I darkened it, and now I darkened it too much. Okay, I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this.
Okay. This is number 3. Eliza's French Birds.
Pink bird.
Pink bird. No, Eliza's.
Eliza's French birds.
I think it's
Is that what
Eliza's
it's called?
French Birds. I think it's French Birds.
So that is her
That's number 3.
third
So
choice.
you can pick.
So show
one of
again.
those. Yes.
So
number 1, The Beach is Calling. Number 2, Strawberry Manor
Teresa
by
Kogut.
Teresa Kogut. And number 3,
three,
Eliza's French Birds
by
JBW.
JBW.
So tell me which
So
one you think I should
just
start.
put M, and then 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
And then for me, put C. And my number 1 is the new purchase that I just got, the Bent Creek Design
The Journey.
Journey.
The journey of 1,000 miles must start.
A journey,
begin.
a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. So journey, that's number 1. Number 2 is Plum Street Sampler, This Is the Day. I love this one. These are all ones that I want
know,
to do.
me too.
Or
Me too.
number 3, the Morning Glory Sampler.
Morning
Manor.
Glory Manor.
Morning Glory
Glory
Manor
Manor.
by Shannon Christine. So
That
we
would be
each have
number
a
3.
manor.
Yes, so number 1 would be The Journey by Bent Creek.
Number 2 would be Plum Street Sampler, This Is the Day.
And number 3 would be
Shannon Christine.
Morning Glory Manor by Shannon Christine.
I love all of them.
I do too. I love all of mine too.
To try to decide,
Yes.
I just don't know.
know.
I want to
I
do
go
all
back
of
and
them.
forth.
Me too. So,
So,
help us, please.
yes, help us pick which one.
We're also going to post pictures of these and put them in our Facebook group, the Sun City Stitchers. So you could also vote there if you
Yes.
would like. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on Instagram or not, but I might.
Yes.
And then last thing, Marlene and I are going to be starting next week on
Yes,
Friday,
on Friday.
right? We're going to start. This is Marlene's reward because
Yes.
she will be done with tutoring next Friday. It's her last day for
Yes.
the whole month of June.
Yes.
She's taking off.
Yes.
And so she wanted a reward. So we're going to start our Stitching with the Housewives stitching season summer. So we can hardly wait.
Yes, we're very excited.
So we will begin that next
Next week.
Friday.
Yes.
So, do we have anything else?
I do not think so.
We have a birthday celebration tomorrow.
Yes.
My husband's birthday is tomorrow. He is not starting a new decade.
No, not yet.
No. So we're going to celebrate his birthday. I'm going to grill for him tomorrow night. His favorite cake is carrot cake. So I will be baking carrot cake
Yay,
first
I
thing in the
love
morning.
carrot
I always
cake too.
make it from scratch. So I will be baking it first thing in the morning and then putting the cream cheese frosting on it, which is the best part of carrot cake. So I'll be doing that in the morning, and then Marlene's going to come over and we're going to grill and just celebrate his birthday.
So that'll be fun.
He's excited. He got done at noon today.
Yes, they got out early.
Yes, they got done at noon, and then he still has, I guess, 7 days.
7 days
Because
with
they
the
have
kids.
Monday off,
Yeah.
and then they'll have 4 days next week, and
3
the
days
next
with
week.
the kids, and then 1 more day for the teachers to take.
Just
stuff.
close out the year.
Close out and stuff.
So he's ready to be done.
Yes.
He said today when he got home he thought they should just call it a year. Just
Yeah.
okay, never mind, don't come
I
back.
always hated having to go back after Memorial Day.
Yes, it's hard. It's
Yes.
hard to go back
It
afterwards.
is. The kids are
So-
just done. They think they should be on summer vacation, and
Yes.
the teachers kind of feel like it too.
You're running out of things to do,
Yeah.
and yes, it's
And they
always
really
a
don't
good-
want to do anything that you give them.
No, they're tired.
Yeah, they're tired. They're ready to.
So, anyway, but
Have fun.
we are very excited. to have the weekend to stitch. We're excited that we're spending the afternoon and evening together
Yes, and
stitching,
tomorrow.
we'll be stitching together tomorrow too.
Mhm.
So we hope that you all have a wonderful weekend, that you have time to stitch, and that you get to stitch with friends or not. Maybe you just want to have a quiet stitching time. I like that too. And we just appreciate that you stop by and join us. We encourage you, please vote for our birthday starts,
Yes.
so that we can get our stuff all together and decide what we're going to do. We appreciate you giving us some input on that. And enjoy your weekend. Remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine
And keep on stitching. We'll see you next week.
Have a wonderful weekend.